Hey everyone, my name is Chris Lambert, and on this channel we talk Kanye West. And today we're talking the absurd narrative that has gone out around the recent Kanye campaign ad. So Kanye had tweeted out a campaign ad just a couple days ago, and it was testimonials from people saying why they were voting for Kanye. And this is everybody that appeared in the video explaining why they voted for Kanye or why they plan on voting for Kanye, why they think Kanye would make a good president. And in the wake of Kanye tweeting that, there started to be posts by people being like, who paid for this commercial? Who made this commercial? Who are these people? I don't think they're real. I don't think they exist. And you can see that there's articles on websites like this, Mick, M-I-C, that goes, who are these people who say they're voting for Kanye West? Which I guess the speculation around it, like the conspiracy that's gone on around Kanye's campaign, rather than just looking at it as a campaign, has been ridiculous, like completely ridiculous. But you can see in this article, Kanye West just released another campaign ad featuring what appear to be testimonials from young voters on why they support his candidacy. What appear? The new video features West supporters saying things like, as a young Christian, I'm proud that my vote is going towards a campaign that is faith-based. And Mr. West wants the best for American people, and with the help from God, he will achieve his goal by winning the 2020 presidential election. According to a press release announcing the second campaign ad, the clip is supposed to exemplify the wide appeal that Kanye's vision has had with voters across America. Kanye has missed the filing deadlines to be on the ballot in most states, and others he's been accused of misleading voters and hasty attempts at conjuring support. I'll get into why I'm reading this all in a second. The last-minute rollout of these ads raises a lot of questions. Did West send out a bat signal calling for testimonials from fans who believe he can actually win? Did his campaign pay these people for their endorsements? Are these paid actors? Why would you agree to be in a Kanye for President advertisement? Who is directing a Kanye for President advertisement right now? Ye has spent something like $5.8 million on his campaign so far this year. According to the Federal Election Commission filing, most of the money comes from a $6.7 million loan he gave himself. West's two campaign ads look surprisingly low budget considering. The commercials represent run-of-the-mill political theater. All campaign ads make a candidate's victory seem like a certainty, but experts agree. No, they don't. Experts agree the only way West is going to have an impact on the outcome of the 2020 election is if he's a spoiler candidate. And with most Americans already nervous about the outcome of the election, not to mention the future of democracy, hanging in the balance, well, I don't disagree with that. It's hard to imagine why Kanye West thinks anyone needs this right now. So many things I want to address. Just up front, Kanye has talked about how he's not running, he's walking. While he says things like, I plan on winning this election, etc., it's clear from his actions that he's not as focused on winning this election. Dude isn't completely delusional about the idea that he could somehow get write-ins to win enough states and become president in 2020. But many people, including himself, have pointed out 2024 as being far more realistic. And if you know anything about Kanye, it's that he usually tests the waters on things before jumping in. Because as bold and like big as he goes with things, he does like to feel his way through them. You don't get to be as successful as Kanye is by not having a process, right? It's not just random luck that gets you where you are. I mean, you might have one big break that carries you far, but if that's your only methodology, you're going to have a lot more losses than you have wins. And Kanye has had far more wins in the fields he's been a part of than losses. And you just look at his first fashion show, right? That thing was ripped apart by everybody, like nearly everybody. And then 10 years later, it's Kanye's fashion endeavors that are making him so much money. And even Kanye's early rapping, you can tell he's not as good as other people around him. His flow is sometimes off. Like he's not, I guess watching some of the videos from 2001, 2002, you can be like, I get why people weren't all that excited to sign Kanye at the time, which might be shocking to hear. But then you hear some of this, like, there's still a lot of potential, right? But he just wasn't like burning down the house at that point in his career. But he kept improving. He kept putting out mixtapes and doing shows and performing and honing until he had the college dropout. He's somebody that is very upfront with the flaws of what he's doing and shows you that. as he's improving, and then surprises you because you have this low expectation of how he's going to do in that field based on these limited sample sizes or limited experiences that you have while he's still figuring it out, and then he takes off. So I view what he's doing in the 2020 election as just in that vein. Like, he would like to succeed, of course, and is saying the things that you need to say, but like 2024 is really where he's looking, and everything that he's still doing in 2020, they're wondering like, why is he doing this? Like, what's it for? Is it just a spoiler candidate? No, it's because he's testing. He's still figuring out. There's great feedback for him based on putting these ads out there and seeing the response. Even putting an ad out there and like making it or working with others to get it done and seeing like what his base is like, who the positive responses come from. Any of that is very crucial information going forward. So the reason why he's still in the race is if he does have expectations for 2024, this is still a vital time for him to see how the process goes and what his strengths are in this process, where the weaknesses are, and what he'll change for next time moving forward. I mean, you might be like criticized, like this isn't a time for experimentation or be involved in a different election. But at the same time, we can see that Kanye isn't still trying very hard to spoil the election, as he's barely on any ballots. And the number of people that are going to write him in, I doubt is incredibly meaningful given how polarizing this election is and how decided so many people already are about who they're voting for and why. The kind of voter that Kanye is going to appeal to, my speculation is mostly somebody that wasn't going to vote already, either because of a lack of interest or because they hated both candidates to begin with. And if that's the case, I doubt they were going to go vote. So if they are going to vote and it's for Kanye when they weren't going to vote at all, cool. At least we have more people participating in the electoral process. So we have that. Also, I mean, did West send out a bat signal? There were people posting like all throughout like social media how it was Emily here, who runs the Photos of Kanye Twitter account, that she was the one that put the video together, that she edits all these videos. There were photos of her with Kanye in Atlanta just like a day or two before the video went out, and no outlet that I saw was reporting that. Like, that information was clearly available. Why do you put out an article like this asking these questions without trying to do the journalism work or the investigative work to find out who put the video together, rather than just speculating wildly, right? You'd find out that, yes, Emily put the video together. Yes, these are actual people and actual Kanye fans. Mutual with us, like on Twitter. Mutual on Twitter, 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 and maybe the others are mutual on Twitters too, and I just don't recognize them. But they're all very real Kanye fans that many of them I've seen interacting with the Kanye community for years. And the fact that Photos of Kanye, Emily, has seen this too and just reached out to a number of them that she has seen be pro-Kanye and pro-Kanye for president, and edited together through, like, this footage isn't groundbreaking, right? Like, in the article they ask, where is it? Are these paid actors? Why would you agree to be in a Kanye for president advertisement? Because you like the idea of Kanye for president. And who is directing a Kanye for president advertisement right now? Look at the photo, like the images. These are clearly people talking to like iPhones or their computer camera, or if they're a YouTuber, like I think Davey is here, like they have a YouTube camera like available, or like a quality camera like this. So I don't understand, like, it's just such a density, like, and density in the idea of like you're being dense. That's what I'm trying to say, like idiocy. That's what it is. So many of these articles are from people that don't do any kind of like basic journalism before putting out an article. They just want the click, which I just gave them. They just want to try to get the headline. They want to put something out there. And this is why media at this point, especially online media, can be so damaging, because nobody or very few people are taking the time to actually gather information before they report. They just want to be first and get the clicks before anybody else. And then the quality drops and misinformation goes out. And you have people that will read this article and really start to think like, these aren't real people. These aren't Kanye fans. Like, what is going on? Are these Russian agents? Like, come on. So I just, if you're seeing articles like this about this video, like, I hope this equips you with information with which to counter some of the talking points you might be seeing online, or even hearing from friends and family that I know. Being Kanye fans has never really been that easy, since Kanye has always been such a lightning rod for controversy. And even if people like the music, they may not have liked him. So if you were a fan of him and the music, you often got questions. And that's only intensified over the last couple of years. So I hope in some of these videos, even if we all know and understand what's going on, that some of the things I say give you some talking points with which to have those real world conversations with people, not to like argue with them or fight, or just have a way to discuss with them or talk with them to where you're not feeling as put upon, or they don't feel as superior, you know? What a time to be a Kanye fan. What a time indeed. I guess that's it. All I have for this video. If you're enjoying the channel and you want to support us, the easiest way is liking, subscribing, commenting, as those things tell YouTube this is a channel people enjoy, and then they show it to more people, which goes a long way. And then we're also on the march to 10,000 subscribers. We're maybe on pace to get there before the end of the year. We usually get about 400 subscribers a month, and we just hit 9,000. So it's looking like it'll be close. So if you've been watching for a while, or maybe this is your first video and you don't mind subscribing, that'll mean a lot as we try to hit that 10K number before the end of the year. Otherwise, until next time, I beg you, stay wavy, you know, just stay wavy. And then also as well, please keep it loopy. Cheers.